Joining me today is Jane Oneail, the Executive Director of the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen. Jane, thanks so much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
So, you know, the fair. I really want to talk a little bit about the fair. That's the biggest event, I think, that the League does during the year.
Certainly. It's actually one of the biggest tourist attractions in the entire state during the summer.
Really?
So we get anywhere between 25 and 30,000 people here at the fair every summer.
So 25 to 30,000 people descend in Sunapee, New Hampshire, coming to Mount Sunapee to see the Craftsman's Fair?
Yep, for 9 days.
Well, I know I've come to the fair a number of years, and I know if you don't get here right when it starts, you know, parking can be, you have to take a shuttle bus in.
That's right. It's a big event. We sort of refer to it as its own little city here because the operations behind running such a big event are pretty complicated.
Well, you've got food, you've got the vendors, you've got electricity everywhere, and because everything's for sale, they're credit card machines and
Right.
It's incredibly complicated.
There's a lot going on, and it's all being done to support these incredible craftsmen.
So let's talk about the craftsmen. What sort of people are here?
Wow, I mean, there's a wide variety in terms of the media that are represented. So, I mean, you could have great ceramicist artists, you could have glass blowers, you could have people forging metal. I mean, you see a real variety while you're here at the Craftsman's Fair.
So there's a huge range of materials, of products, natural wood fiber stuff, hand blown, I mean, jewelry?
Oh, tons of jewelry. This is a great place to go for jewelry shopping.
There is a little known secret. Every Christmas, my wife gets something from the fair. So
yes, so we always say that if you're coming to shop for others, you should also have a big portion in your budget for yourself. There's a lot that's irresistible.
So, you know, some people say the craftsman stuff can be, you know, the wood stuff can be very expensive. But is there stuff for every budget here during the fair?
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you've ever been to one of the League's fine craft galleries located throughout the state, we do try to have something for every price point. And if you are interested in really becoming a collector, we even have a collector seminar here. But we are really mindful that not everybody could afford the most exquisite work at a very high price point. So we do try to offer something for everybody.
And I'm really sensitive to the fact that none of the stuff is mass produced.
Right.
I mean, that's partly why it's so expensive, because it's a craftsman's job.
Right.
It's
the summation of a lifetime of work and technical expertise that's going into each of these things. They're handcrafted and they're made locally. So what an incredible way to support the local economy, to support the arts in the state. I mean, you're giving back in a lot of really meaningful ways when you make a purchase at the Craftsman's Fair.
And almost all of it's useful too.
Absolutely. It's things that you can live with, it's things that you can touch and tell stories about, and you can tell the story of the artist too, because you get to meet them and learn their stories while you're here.
So when you're at the fair, I mean, is it a good place for kids and families to come?
Absolutely. We try to have programming that appeals to all generations. So we have an all-day pottery school for children. We have a next generation booth where we have students that are sponsored, or children that are sponsored by craftsmen who are sort of learning to become craftsmen themselves, and they're selling their works, but all sorts of opportunities to do hands-on activities and to watch craftsmen, really master level craftsmen, at making fine craft while they're here.
And the people who are here, right? I mean, they're juried in.
Yes.
They're not journeyman there.
Right. So I think that's something that really sets the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen apart from other sort of craft organizations, is that we have sort of strict standards, and you have to meet those standards in order to be a juried craftsman. So you have to bring your work into the League, and we assemble a team that sort of assesses where you are in terms of your technical expertise, in terms of your creativity, and they decide whether or not you can become a juried craftsman here. So when you come to this fair, I mean, you're really seeing the best of the best.
So we got about 30 seconds left. How many booths are there? How many craftsmen will there be here?
We have over 200 booths this year. Yes. So
there are 200 booths, all types of varieties, anything you can imagine.
Absolutely.
Plus, you can learn something too.
Yes.
Well, Jane, thanks so much.
Thank you.